Easy Smoked Cod Mornay.
Hi, and welcome to cheekyricho's Smoked Cod Mornay. This creamy, salty, healthy, budget-friendly meal is perfect for winter or summer. You could stuff crepes with it, vol au vents, or just have it on its own or with little slices of pastry like a pot pie. The ingredients will be in the recipe box below. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is boil our eggs till they're hard boiled, cool them and shell them, ready to be sliced and placed into our mornay. While they're cooking, we're going to slice our onions finely. Okay, we've sliced our onions and we're just going to put them to one side. Now we're going to get our fish fillet, and I want you to feel with your fingers all the way down the backbone. If you find any bones in there at all, pull them out. You can only do this with your fingers because you won't feel them with a knife or anything like that. And that's where the bones will be in this particular piece of fillet because it's been cut back from the rib cage. This is pretty good. Leave the skin on it, that doesn't matter. There's supposed to be some good things in the skin, but I don't feel any bones in there at all. Just while our eggs are boiling, we are going to put some water into a fry pan and lower our fish fillet into it. Ideally that should be covered. I'll put a bit more water in it. Because it has the skin on it, it will curl up slightly, which will bring it further out of the water. So make sure that it's well covered with the water. We're going to boil that. Now on a medium heat we have put our smoked cod in the water on to boil. And once it reaches boiling temperature, we're just going to simmer it for a couple of minutes. Okay, our fish has been just gently simmering for a couple of minutes. We're just going to turn it over and do a minute or so on the other side, and then we're going to drain it. But I want you to retain some of this fluid to go into the Mornay sauce. There's a lot of flavour in that and a little bit of colour as well. So you don't want to waste all of that. It's just to remove most of the salt and the extra colouring so it's not too bright. Okay, fish is cooked. We're just going to remove it from the water and retain the fluid. Now we're just going to cut our eggs into wedges. They're beautifully cooked. There's no grey ring around them, which signifies that they haven't been cooked for too long. And then we're going to just pop them back into the plate and fold them through our Mornay at the last minute. There's a flat end and a pointy end on an egg. The yolk is probably going to be sitting at the flat end. If you cut it this way, with the point of the knife at the flat end and draw your knife back through it, it won't tear the bottom out of the egg and it'll keep it more intact. So you keep drawing the knife towards you, and that way the egg will retain its shape better. So put the point of the knife up at the flat end, push through and pull back towards you. And the white part of the egg will actually clean the knife on the way through rather than drag the delicate yolk through. You see what I mean by that? Smoked fish and eggs, perfect together. So we set those to one side too. Now we're going to add our butter to our pan, and then we're going to add our onion as well, and just get the rawness off it. So in with our onion, just break that up a little bit. You don't want to cook this through, you just want to make it a little bit translucent. And then we're going to drain it off and make our white sauce for our Mornay. So just keep that moving around. After about 2 minutes, our onions are starting to wilt down a little and sweeten up. So we're going to remove them from the pan and stand them to one side. So drain them as best you can from the butter. These are going to be returned to the pan anyway, so it doesn't matter if there is butter left on them, but we do want some of that butter left in the pan for our Mornay. In with our flour. Give this a bit of a move around. With our pepper, we want those flavours incorporated as well. We don't want this to brown. We've got no heat on it at the moment, it's just the residual heat in the pan that's keeping the butter liquid. Now we put the heat on quite low and we start to add our milk, stirring all the time because we do not want this to get lumpy. There will be a couple of lumps because there's a couple of little pieces of onion that remain behind. So just keep that moving. Just over a low heat it will start to thicken, and that's what we want. We don't want this browning at all. There'll be enough colour come into it from the fish itself. So in with our milk. Now this is quite thick, so we're back in with our onions now. Move those around. That'll be quite a nice sauce on its own actually. And now a little bit of our fish water. Probably about 30 mils or so. Now I want you to test this for seasoning. It needs some salt. So a little pinch of veggie salt, and we'll test it again after we've put our fish in, bearing in mind that the fish is quite salty. Turn that off now, and we're going to flake our fish because it was too hot to do any sooner, and it can go straight in. All it has to do is warm through. It doesn't have to cook, it's already done that. Just with a knife and fork. You don't want to break this up into really tiny pieces because you won't know what you're eating. So just sort of flake it like so. Leave the skin on it, that doesn't matter. It all adds to the interest. Of course, if you don't like the skin, take it out. Quite easily done. Okay, now we just slide our fish in. It's a little bit more robust than what the egg is, so we'll just move that through the sauce first before we add the eggs on a gentle heat. It's looking nice already, isn't it? On a toast or a muffin for breakfast. When that just comes back to a gentle bubble, we're going to add our eggs. Put it into a dish, a oven-proof dish. Sprinkle the top with cheese and a little cayenne pepper, and then pop it under the grill until it's bubbly brown. Just starting to bubble now. In with our spring onions. We don't want them to lose their colour either. And in with our eggs. Just slide those in and just gently fold those through. You really don't want to beat them up too much. Test for seasoning again. That's good. You've got the smoky sweetness of the fish. You can taste those freshly introduced spring onions, and because the eggs aren't all broken up, they'll be a different texture in your mouth when you're eating it. So that's it. Into a plate, and we'll put our cheese on.
Spoon it into an oven-proof plate, sprinkle it with the cheese and a light sprinkle of cayenne, and pop it under a hot grill till bubbly brown.
And there you have it, cheekyricho's Smoked Cod Mornay. I hope you liked this little cooking demonstration. If you'd like to see more recipes and ideas, please check out the Cheeky Richo channel, and please subscribe. If you have a recipe request, a suggestion, an idea, we're more than happy to receive those as well. Do come back and visit us again soon. We have so much more to show you. Thank you very much for watching. Serve it up into a pretty little plate, and who wouldn't be happy to eat that? Taste. We've got some fish, we've got some egg, and we've got some of the yummy sauce. That's great. Have a lovely day.